Hi, it's Victoria here from Fierce Fatty, and in this video I am revealing the exact steps that you need to take to feel confident in your fat body and around food. Before we get into this video, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and hit that bell icon which will notify you when my next video is out. I put a video out every single week. If you like this video, make sure you give me a like. And if you really like this video, why don't you share it with your friends? They would be forever grateful, as would I. And I've got an extra special freebie for you. Check out the links below. I've got the A to B Fierce Framework Planner. So it's going to help you go through all of the steps that you need to go through to get from feeling meek and mild to courageous and confident. Let's do it. So what actions do you need to take to go from A to B? A is what you're feeling right now, where you're at right now, how you're feeling about your body, how you're feeling around food. And B is where you want to be, where you feel food freedom, where you feel fabulous and confident and know that you're a queen. So I'm going to give you the framework to get there. And guess what? I've put this framework into an acronym for you so you can remember it easily. It's called the Fierce Framework. And so every letter of Fierce stands for a next step in the process for you to go from A to B, from meek and mild to courageous and confident. So let's do it. So F, we start with feelings foundation. The very first thing that you need to do is look at your feelings, what you're feeling right now, and where those feelings come from. So you need to understand how living in this diet culture, living in this fat phobia culture has affected you and has fucked with your brain, with the way that you relate to food. Get to the root of those feelings. And you need to understand that diet culture not only affects the way that we eat, but affects our body satisfaction in a massive way. So understanding all of those feelings and understanding where they came from, might be things that have happened in your childhood, might be beliefs that you've picked up from diet obsessed media, might be things that people have said to you, who knows, it's your personal reasons. Once you understand those, then you can work to change them. Okay, so I stands for internal revolution. So we've spent our whole lives probably not feeling good about the way we are, having a disordered relationship with food. Now, that all comes from our thoughts, and we need to know how to change our thoughts and the way that we think, having that internal revolution so that we can see change. So you need to work on changing your neural pathways in a systematic way. Once you understand how to change your neural pathways, you understand how to change the way you think. And if you change the way that you think, you change the way that you act and behave and all of the consequences from that, which are wonderful. Next, Enlightened Eating. That is what E stands for, Enlightened Eating. So now, once we've got that base, that framework, we can then look at the way that we eat. And a lot of times as fat people, intuitive eating is not the very best fit for us because there can be some things in there, like some fat phobic things, which are, we might interpret as different ways. And so I like to say enlightened eating. So it's so hard to have a quote unquote normal relationship with food. In fact, seeing someone who has a normal relationship with food is so rare because we live in this diet culture and we've all been affected so much by these messages that we get from a very young age about how to eat, what not to eat, when to eat, what we need to put on our plate, food pyramids, all that type of shit. And so we have so much unlearning to do around this stuff. And so in enlightened eating, you need to do that. Okay, so the R stands for raised mindset. So we are bombarded every single day with different ideas and thoughts about who we need to be, how we should act, and how we should behave. And our biggest critic is ourselves, right? So our inner critics are wreaking havoc, whispering sweet nasties into our ear all day long, and we need to understand how to control our inner critic. And once we've done that, how to raise our mindset, or doing all the different things that make us feel fabulous, and how to overcome things when they're difficult. The C stands for courageous commitment. So I see a lot of people who are book smart when it comes to how to be confident, how to find peace with food, but they never take action. So you need to have some courageous commitment and do something That's really fucking scary, but you want to do, because that is how you build courage. It sucks, I know. Let's just not do scary things and let's just bing, magic wand, feel confident, but that's not how it works. So you have to commit to being courageous. And finally, when you've gone all through that, E, you're going to excel with ease. So you need to have that whole framework down, and then you are able to run off into the fields, dance with rainbows and hug kittens and all that stuff, which is not the reality, because we live in a world with people with different views from us. And so we are going to come across things that shake our confidence. We are going to experience growth, and with growth, our inner critic comes out and is like, you're so nasty, you're horrible, you're so this and that. And so when you excel with ease, you understand how to overcome these barriers, and so that you are resilient, that you are confident, that when shit happens, because shit is always going to happen, you know how to do it, how to deal with it, how to look after yourself. Okay, so that is the FIRS framework. Let me remind you of those letters again. F, feelings foundation. I, internal revolution. E, enlightened eating. R, raised mindset. C, courageous commitment. And E, excel with ease. And so this framework is the exact framework that I use inside my Fierce Fatty Academy. This is a place where you can work that framework in depth and become a Fierce Fatty. So Fierce Fatty Academy is open just sporadically throughout the year. So chances are, if you're watching this video, you can't get it. I'm sorry, I'm such a tease, it's horrible. But I'm gonna make sure that there's a link below so that you can sign up for the wait lists. In case it is open, whenever it's open, then you're gonna know about it. But before that, let's do some work on this and make sure that you get that download that's there called the A to B Fierce Framework Planner. So it's gonna help you map out what you're gonna do at each stage and help you start that journey on working that framework and getting from A to B. We're gonna plan it out and you're gonna take action. The first action you're gonna take is you're gonna go down in the links below and download that guidebook, all right? Okay, so that's all we've got for today. I will see you in the next video. Make sure that you like this video if you enjoyed it. Hopefully you did. Share it with your friends who might appreciate it, and subscribe to my channel, making sure that you tick that notification bell so you know when my next video is out. All right, I'll see you next time. Badass. Goodbye.